One last time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Let's see. Your Honor,
Yes.
we don't have no one else, just the other two people in the courtroom present.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. So we're now live on YouTube. Today is October 12th, 2022. This is the 8:30 a.m. civil dispossessory calendar. My name is Brad Gardner. I'm going to be the presiding judge on this calendar today. As I call the calendar, please make the appropriate announcement so that I know that the parties are present. Position 1 is Mark Welch versus Ray Anderson II and Kashanwa Polk. Is Mark Welch present? Is Ray Anderson or Kashanwa Polk present?
Yes.
Who said yes?
Me, Ray Anderson.
Okay. All right, I'll come back to you, Mr. Anderson, at the end of the call of the calendar. Position 2, PC Avenue 33 LLC versus Maisha Hill and all occupants.
Good morning, Your Honor. Gracie Barksdale, ready for the plaintiff.
You're here on
Your
behalf
Honor,
of the plaintiff?
I'm on behalf of the plaintiff, Judge,
Okay,
and we'll dismiss in that case, Judge.
okay. And Ms. Barksdale, I am going to be doing the orders
Okay.
today, just because I've been getting in trouble because of a delay with orders coming back. Position 3, Renew Property Management versus Tracy Morris.
Gracie Barksdale standing in for Richard Taylor.
Okay. Hold on one second. Admin, I see that you logged back in. Are you willing to turn your camera on and identify yourself? Admin, are you willing to turn your camera on and identify yourself? Okay, well, I removed them again. Maybe. Is Tracy Morris present?
Move to strike, Your Honor.
Okay. And I'll come back to that, Ms. Barksdale. And what I intend to do is, if as we go through this stuff, I'll go through your cases and any other attorney's cases so that I can make a record and then I'll do the orders.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Position 4, PM Tar Heel Jonesboro versus Valdez Nash.
Gracie Barksdale on behalf of Richard Taylor.
Okay. Is Michelle Nash Valdez?
Yes, that's me.
Okay. Ms. Barksdale, do you think it would be meaningful to have a conversation with Ms. Nash Valdez?
I love to speak with her at the end of the calendar, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Nash Valdez, I'm going to place at the end of the calendar, I'm going to place you and Ms. Barksdale in a breakout room for you all to have a discussion about this case.
Okay.
Okay. Position 5, River Valley Communities versus Tiffany Hudson.
Gracie Barksdale on behalf of Richard Taylor.
Is Tiffany Hudson?
She's present,
Present.
Judge, Miss Hudson. I see her there. She's not saying anything.
I'm present.
Ms. Hudson, and for everyone, if you don't make an announcement when I call your case, you're going to be marked as absent. So that's the purpose of calling the calendar, so I know who's here and who's not here. And if I don't hear an announcement, you're going to be marked as being absent. Ms. Barksdale, do you believe it'd be beneficial to speak to Ms. Hudson?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Hudson, I'm going to place you and Ms. Barksdale in a breakout room.
Warren.
I'm
Yes, sir.
sorry.
Warren, you have the Zoom court?
Oh, Jesus.
How you speak? No, what you mash?
Okay, so this is also an instructive moment. When your microphone is on, everybody hears everything that's going on in your world. I've heard people going to the bathroom. I've heard people cussing out their children. I've heard people doing all sorts of things. Please be mindful that you are in court and that the whole world hears this. Position 6, First Key Homes LLC versus Devontae Jones, Tamatha Williams, Keon Jones, Davion Jones, and Shante Jones.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Cruikshank for the plaintiff. That's going to be a dismissal.
Okay, thank you. Position 7, Fund 9, Hudson Homes versus Shalonda Bennett.
Elizabeth Cruikshank for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Okay, is Shalonda Bennett present? You got to unmute yourself, ma'am.
I'm present.
Ms. Cruikshank, do you believe it'll be beneficial to speak to Ms. Bennett about this case?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll speak to her.
Okay. At the end of the call of the calendar, Ms. Bennett, I'm going to place you and Ms. Cruikshank in a breakout room.
Okay.
Position 8, Real Source Management versus Shirley Randolph and all occupants.
Gracie Barksdale, ready for the plaintiff.
Is Rudolph Shirley present?
Move to strike at the appropriate time.
Yes, ma'am. Position 9, James Joyner versus Letitia Davis.
I'm present.
And Attorney Ken Varela on behalf of Mrs. Davis.
I'm sorry, and it's Varela?
Varela.
Varela.
Yes, sir.
And you're here on behalf of Ms. Davis.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is anyone here on behalf of, I see a James Joyner, but I didn't hear an announcement.
I said James Joyner is here.
Okay. Mr. Joyner, do you believe it'll be beneficial to speak to Mr. Variella and Ms. Davis about this case?
I'll try. Yes, perhaps.
Okay. There's a bunch of qualifiers in there, Mr. Joyner. Either you're gonna speak to them in good faith or you're not.
I will speak to them in good faith. Yes.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna mute you back, Mr. Joyner. And again, just for everybody's benefit, because of the size of this calendar, there are two pages. So I can't see everybody at the same time. Admin. Hello, admin. Yes. Yes, hello. Hello, ma'am. Ma'am. Hello. Hey, the person that I keep bouncing off that keeps coming back on, would you please turn your camera on and identify yourself? Yes, I'm talking to you. Okay, listen. I don't know who this person is. That's the admin, but they've been bounced 2 times and they keep coming back on and they're not responding to me. And I hear them speaking in the background, but they're not responding to me. So you're about to get bounced again. And the next time you come back on, please identify yourself.
Your Honor, quick announcement. I sent a direct message to admin and let them know what you just said.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Ms. Barksdale, do you need somebody to carry your case?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
I said, do you need somebody to carry your briefcase? Because I will put in the application right now.
Please. Thank you, Judge.
Position 10, Life Properties LLC versus Richard Evans.
Gracie Barksdale, ready for the plaintiff.
Is
Witness
Richard,
for the plaintiff.
Miss
Oh,
Mitchell?
that's my manager, Judge.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So if you're here and the lawyer's on your behalf and the lawyer's making an announcement, you don't have to make an announcement. Richard Evans, you need to make an announcement. Is Richard Evans present?
Move to strike at the appropriate time.
Yes, ma'am. Position 11, REMG Corporation versus Ariel Wimbush.
Your Honor, defendant is present.
Gracie Barksdale, ready for the plaintiff.
Okay. Ms. Barksdale, do you believe it'll be beneficial to speak to Ms. Wimbush?
Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to speak with her.
Okay.
And if it pleases the court, Your Honor, I'll get her number to give it to pass on to Attorney Barksdale.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Position 12, Riverdale Clayton LLC versus LaShondra Pope, Joshua Johnson.
Gracie Barksdale on behalf of Richard Taylor.
Do we have LaShondra Pope? Or,
Yes, I'm here.
okay. And is Joshua Johnson present?
No, he's not.
Okay. Ms. Barksdale, do you believe it would be beneficial to speak to Ms. Pope?
Yes, Judge, please. Thank you.
Okay. Position 13, ORP Averly Manager versus Stedman Johnson and all other occupants.
Gracie Barksdale on behalf of Richard Taylor.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm present.
Okay, can you turn your camera on, Mr. Johnson?
I'm trying to figure out how to do it now.
Please.
Mr. Hutchinson, would you send another message to admin?
Yes, Your Honor, will do.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Barksdale, do you believe it would be beneficial to speak to Mr. Johnson?
Yes, Your Honor, I'd love to speak with him.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Position, yes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Just when I already sent that message again to admin.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Position 14, Brooks Crossing versus Tanisha Weems.
Brooks
Here.
Crossing is here. Brooks Crossing is here. That's going to be a dismissal, Your Honor.
Okay, and you are Attorney Walker?
No, no, not attorney. Not
Okay.
attorney.
Tanisha Weems.
All right, this is gonna be a dismissal. And you're the property manager?
No, I'm the agent for
Brooks
Brooks Crossing.
Crossing?
Yes.
Okay. Position 15, Angela Epps versus Vakita Corellina. Is Angela Epps present in court?
No, Your Honor.
Is Vakita Corellina present? All right, this is going to be a dismissal. Position 16, Crown Bay Management versus Lanice Henson.
Your Honor, we're dismissing that case. Gracie Barksdale for the plaintiff.
Okay.
Because I'm
Position-
sure.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Okay. Position, position 17, Riverdale MHP versus Sandra Carr.
Gracie Barksdale on behalf of Richard Taylor.
Is Sandra Carr available?
Yes, sir, I'm here, Your Honor. Right here.
Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Barksdale, do you believe it would be beneficial to speak to Ms. Carr?
Yes, Your Honor, I'd love to speak with him.
Thank you. Position 18, Village on Riverwalk versus Rachel Bridgman.
Gracie Barksdale on behalf of Richard Taylor.
Is Rachel Jean Bridgman present?
Move to strike at the appropriate time.
Yes. I'm gonna come to you, Ms. Weem, at the end of the call of the calendar. Position 19, Laurel Point Holdings versus Tiffany Lowe.
Your Honor, Gracie Barksdale for the plaintiff. We will dismiss in that case.
Okay. Position 20, Pettigrew Homes versus Michael Anderson.
Gracie Barksdale on behalf of Richard Taylor.
Is Michael Anderson available?
Move to strike at the appropriate time.
Yes, ma'am. Position 21, Facilities and Assets, SCC Stonegate Holdings versus Takesha Ross.
Here.
Okay, and I have an attorney, Fred Joseph Rushing.
Yes, Your Honor, I was trying to make my phone come on. I'm here, Your Honor. I also have another court in, so I think this is my only case. I was trying to get it resolved so I can get to the other court.
Do you believe it'll be beneficial to speak to Ms. Ross to reach a
Absolutely, Your Honor.
resolution?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. Position 22, Front Yard Residential versus Anthony Bernard Combs.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Gracie Barksdale on behalf of plaintiff, Your Honor.
Okay. And Galaxy A02S, you are Mr. Combs?
Yes, I'm here. I just my video not working. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I'm here.
We're gonna have to get that fixed. I'm gonna rename you as Mr. Combs.
Okay.
And Ms. Barksdale, do you believe speaking to Ms. Combs will be beneficial?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe it'll be beneficial.
Okay. So, Mr. Combs, it sounds like you're on a phone.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Do you have that phone charged?
Yes, I do. It's fully charged. I don't know. I just saw you and a couple more people, but not sure what's going on with it.
The reason I ask is that if it's charged is because Ms. Barksdale is going to have a number of people to speak to. And I don't want this to be a situation where your case gets dismissed because your phone died.
No, sir. My phone fully charged. I'm good, Your Honor. On that, it's fully charged, Your Honor.
Okay, and just so any of you can understand that, if you appear today and I rule against you, you have 7 days by statute to leave the residence. If you're not here, meaning your phone died and you fall off, a writ of possession will be issued in stanter, which means that the sheriff's department at any time can come and remove you from the residence. So it's important, if you've taken the opportunity and the chance to appear today, to see this through to the end. Position 23, AHP Real Estate Venture versus Jasmine Tyner. Anyone present on AHP Real Estate Venture? Anyone present on Jasmine Tyner? Okay, that's gonna be a dismissal. Position 24, ATL 21 Zion Owner LLC versus Jasmine Henry.
Good morning, Your Honor. Russell Phillips for the plaintiff.
Good morning, Mr. Phillips. Is Jasmine Henry present?
Move to strike, Your Honor. I do want to let you know I have a 9 o'clock calendar call in Fulton. May I be excused to answer that call?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Position 25, Laurel Point Holdings versus Tony Hill.
Gracie Barksdale for the plaintiff, Your Honor, that's gonna be a dismissal.
Thank you. Position 26, Matt Moore Properties versus Anna Creel.
Gracie Barksdale on behalf of William Miller.
Is Anna Creel present?
Move to strike at the appropriate time.
Yes, ma'am. Position 27, Statham Enterprises versus Ursula White.
Scott Bushdell for the landlord, Your Honor. He's also on the Zoom, I think.
Okay.
Ursula White is here also.
Ursula White, you are here.
Correct.
Mr. Bushnell, do you believe it'd be beneficial to speak to Ms. White about this case?
No, my client wants possession.
Did breakfast come already? Yes. Oh, I didn't get it. You didn't get it?
Okay. I take that as a given. That's why everybody's here. If you don't want possession of the property, you wouldn't file.
I mean, I'm happy to talk to her, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Bushnell, just so you know,
This the key. This the Keisha Rose.
It can be beneficial to work out how this process takes place.
Mm-hmm.
Because your client, I mean, is, as you know, it's a very kind of rudimentary thing as it relates to getting possession of the property. But the person appearing today gets 7 days. And it's a whole lot that can happen to that property in 7 days that your client may not want to happen to their property. But by having a cordial discussion about how this is going to take place, it may lead to a resolution that doesn't end up with your client having greater loss.
We're happy to speak to him, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Judge
Position-
Gardner, excuse me, I mean to interrupt you. Can I make a quick announcement, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Respectfully for the court, is it possible, can you mute the one that's coughing? I don't know if it's Ms. Weems or the one who's doing the extensive coughing, Your Honor.
Okay, I just muted it.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus. So I have two screens, Mr. Hutchison. So I have to flip back and forth between screens, and I generally try to keep an eye on that, but because there's so many people here today, when I can hear the noise. And,
Okay.
but I appreciate you bringing that to my attention.
Yes, sir. I didn't mean to interrupt, Your Honor. You may proceed.
No. Position 28, DK Rental Solutions versus Janelle Thomas. DK Rental Solutions. Janelle Thomas. Okay, that's going to be a dismissal. Position 29, the Village of Riverwalk versus Rakayla Scott. Ms. Barksdale, I see Mr. Taylor. Is that a case you're handling today?
I am, Judge. I read it for position 29 on behalf of Richard Taylor.
Okay. Is Rakayla Scott available?
Move to strike at the appropriate time.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Wimbush.
Position 30, YCH Real Estate Service versus Robin Green, Roxanne Smith et al. YCH Real Estate Service. Robin Green or Roxanne Smith. Position 31, NM Properties LLC versus Yvette Morrison.
Yvette Morrison is present.
Thank you, ma'am. Is anyone present from NM Properties LLC? I have a Jason Goodwin listed as an attorney. Okay, there's a counterclaim that's been filed on the case, ma'am, so I'm gonna have to come back to you about the counterclaim.
All right, thank you.
Position 32, Winthrop Holdings versus Marion Horton.
Gracie Barksdale, Your Honor, we're dismissing that case.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson, I see you got your camera working. I'm going to mute you, but please keep your camera on. Position 33, Chung Ho versus Deborah Campbell.
I'm here.
Okay, see, Mr. Ho is present and Ms. Campbell is present. Mr. Ho, do you believe it would be beneficial to speak to Ms. Campbell about the resolution of this matter?
No.
You're not required to speak, but is there a reason why?
Your Honor, may I speak on his behalf? I work for him to help
Sure.
him manage. Yes, according to Mr. Ho, it's not the first time. It's repeated over the years. And he talked to Mrs. Deborah. So I guess he at this moment, he just wants possess of his property.
So the reason I asked that question is you're entitled to possession of the property. And speaking to the person is not about not getting possession of the property,
Fucking Christ.
but about working through Mr. Bushnell,
Understand.
about
Yeah.
working through issues that may be readily resolvable. And then instead of us spending an hour going back and forth about things that are readily admissible and readily known, you have a discussion and the person says, well, yeah, you're right. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. You're Mr. Ho, please. Mr. Ho?
Yes, sir.
Do you want me to speak to you or you want me to speak to your representative?
Speak for him.
I didn't understand it.
Yeah, he said, go ahead, speak to me.
So he needs to be quiet while I'm speaking to you.
Okay.
So I'm here and I'm going to deal with this. And it may be 3 hours later that I deal with this, but I'm going to deal with it. But if he wants to sit here for 3 hours and not even try to reach through and say, this is what you owe, do you agree this is what you owe? I'm not asking him to bend over backwards and do anything that he wouldn't normally do. But everybody's going to be here until this calendar is called. And
yes, we'll talk to. I'll talk to her. We'll talk to her.
And she may agree. And if she doesn't, you don't have to stay on the breakout.
Okay.
Come out of the breakout and then I'll deal with it.
All right, sir.
Position 34, Bumblebee Capital versus Linda Roberson.
Your Honor, the defendant is present, Ms. Linda Roberson. She has a company attorney, Patrick Farnsworth, is on Zoom, and she has a witness outside, Mr. Horace Roberson, her husband.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. And you're representing Ms. Roberson, Mr. Farnsworth.
Correct, Judge.
Is anyone present on behalf of Bumblebee Capital or Joanne Tan?
Judge, we'll move to dismiss for one of prosecution when appropriate.
Yes, sir.
May I speak, sir? Do we go into the room with her or we just wait for you?
When I finish calling the calendar, I'm going to set out the breakout room.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And
sorry to disrupt.
No, again, it could be 30 seconds or it could be 30 minutes.
Okay.
I'm not forcing you to do anything other than try to reach a resolution.
I understand, sir.
And if you can't, you can't, and that's fine. Position 35, Nirvana Laurel Springs versus Christopher Smith.
Gracie Barksdale, ready for the plaintiff.
Chris Smith is here. I'm here as Chris Smith.
Okay. Mr. Smith, Ms. Barksdale, do you believe it would be beneficial to speak to Mr. Smith?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So that completes the call of this calendar. Is there anyone that expected to hear their case call that did not hear their case call?
I haven't, Your Honor. Waterford Place Apartments.
Do you have an attorney representing you?
It's normally Mr. Taylor, but I see there's another attorney that's been substituting for him. But I didn't have
Ms. Barksdale?
That case is not on the calendar, Judge. What's the case number?
Ms. Jackson?
2022 CM 5821. And it was for this morning at 8:30.
Ms. Hutchinson,
No, for
Okay.
Harold.
could you check that, please?
That case is scheduled for October 19th at 8:30.
Also, I received a notice for Alyssa McIntyre, but you didn't call my name.
Now, that case has been dismissed, Judge. I do have a copy of that.
Okay.
It was dismissed on September the 26th, 2022.
Okay, I just didn't get notification, so I wanted to make sure I was present.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
So, Ms. Jackson, it looks like your case is scheduled for October 19th.
So
at
I
8.
didn't, I have the paper right here which shows October 12th.
Ms. Hutchinson?
The notice we received from the judge's office says October 19th. She's on Judge George's calendar.
Okay, will I receive something? Because I haven't received anything stating that it was canceled to the 19th.
I mean, we wouldn't have sent you the one you have now, but I can, let's see, we don't have an email listed. You can send me your email in the chat and I can see you a notice.
So, but Ms. Jackson, you're receiving notice in court that that case is going to be heard on October 19th.
Okay.
Okay. Ms. Wing.